Stop what you're doing, Tannehill. Stop what.
Just say Scotty, you're right. I'll leave you alone right now. Just say
Time
Scotty, you're
out.
right.
You're not gonna sit here and tell me that you expected Daniel Jones to go out there and be. You know it. The Bulls are back. I'm gonna put that on. Yeah. Podcast. It's your boy Dominic Mitchell. I'm here with the guys.
Eric
Jaden.
Scott.
Jaden.
And look, we might just go straight into, we the place with the crazy takes. But we about to really get into some discussion today. And we gotta start off. Aaron Rodgers. Out for the season. Why you laughing? Torn Achilles. Why you laughing?
Bro,
This is not laughable. This is
it's just
heartbreaking.
it's just how he came out 4 snaps and tore that joint. Like he got dealt with. He shouldn't have went to the Jets. He should have stayed in Green Bay. Like, how do you come out and tear your Achilles within 4 snaps, bro? And I think he had a calf strain that wasn't healed right, so I think that's probably why it tore. Like,
But it was the
that's
offensive line.
oh
We
yeah,
understood about the Jets
yeah,
offensive line going into the season. That was the biggest worry. But I mean,
yeah,
it's not really his fault. They wasn't giving him what he needed in Green Bay.
yeah. Those
So
4 snaps, he was running for his life.
That's what like they was talking about it in training camp too. They got everything they needed, but their offensive line had to get right, and they just weren't right at all. At all.
but it's heartbreaking though. To
What
be in
they gonna
all
do now?
seriousness, it's heartbreaking. I don't even know what they're gonna do. I don't know if y'all seen the tweet, but Colin Kaepernick's agent
Let's just
Bruh.
be
went out to the
serious, bro.
Jets.
Let's be serious, bro.
Can Zach Wilson take them to a Super Bowl first round? Because last year he was god awful. They went 7-10 last year. He was god awful.
Not
He
on.
like
I
and
mean,
But
like can't. Nah, go ahead. Go ahead.
my fault, but like, not only do I think he can't take them to Super Bowl or not even a first round, honestly, I don't think the Jets really believe in him. Like, they didn't believe in him last season when he had got injured and they had to start their backup, Mike White. They were generally ecstatic to see the backup come in. Like, they didn't believe in Zach Wilson at all, and that's not their fault not to believe in him because I mean he stunk it up last season. Like, I forget what was the game where his defense gave up 10 points, but he only scored like seven or something like that. And he went in the post game interview, and they asked him, "Do you think you let your defense down?" He gonna say no. Like, he hurt himself last season very badly, actually. Did he improve
they
his stock last game? Yeah,
they
but
they they don't believe in him. Else they wouldn't have went out and got Aaron Rodgers.
literally, their coach is
And
a liar. Robert Saleh he's a liar. You're a damn lie. You know you
but
don't believe in that
he
man.
has to lie. He has to lie though. We understand the business. He has to lie. But let's be real. Zach Wilson, playoff, just irrelevant. They're not going to make it to the playoffs. Their season is over. It doesn't matter. We
that's a
see is like let's be real. Was we really impressed with Zach Wilson even when Aaron Rodgers went down? He had a whole full quarter. You can say he really started this game. He was not impressed. I wasn't impressed. I wasn't impressed. If it wasn't for Garrett Wilson just being a playmaker, they lose that game. Despite
and a
god
defense.
awful Josh Allen, but
Josh Allen
they
won them that game for real, for real.
but exactly. But if like I said, if it wasn't for Garrett Wilson making a play on that ball, they lose that game
For
because
sure.
Zach Wilson wasn't impressive. He looked like he had few glimpses of
Mm.
okay, we get there, but it's not going to be. It's not. No, it's not going to be this time. It's not.
Nah.
Now, what
Yeah, I
I
don't
will
believe in
say
Zach
though,
So
Wilson.
I
I don't
will
believe
say
in him.
though, last point. What I will say though is, had they have like a decent offensive line, he probably looked better than he looks. But on top of the fact that he's not like an elite or great quarterback, he might not even be a really good quarterback. He might be subpar. If he had a
He's
good
awful.
offensive line, he would look better. But it is bad. I ain't gonna lie. They might win like 6 games.
The
I
only
love.
thing,
so
nah, the
the
only thing going for him, nah, the only thing going for him is he's mobile. That's the only thing that's gonna save him even if they go 8-8, I don't see them going 11-5 or 11-6. They go 8-8, sneak into the postseason. It would be because of his legs and the
They're gonna lose
defense.
to us now for sure. Just count that
And,
as a dub for the Commanders.
and the
Thank
crazy
you so
part
much.
about it is, I got the Commanders losing. So what we talking about?
Your team's 1-0. Is your
No, my
team one
team
and
is
zero, Jay?
my
Is
team
your
is
team 1-0?
0-1. And
Oh, all
Beat
right.
we're
the
playing the
Cardinals, bro.
Cardinals.
Wait. So let me get this straight. Out of everybody in here right now, I'm 1-0, and y'all
Done.
aren't. Wow.
Move on, Damo. Don't even worry about him.
I'm
Sorry,
talking to
Dion's not
losers.
here. He's 1-0 too. Shout out to Dion,
Hey, I'm talking to
the big
losers.
capper.
Okay, okay.
Don't matter. Let's get into it. Let's get into it. Team USA though. Just want to just bring up a little context. Our guy, our producer, he does a great job. And yeah, he said he put that on God that Team USA will win a medal. And you know what they walked out with? No bling.
They
So let's
spat
talk about
right in his face.
it. Spit right in your
Cool.
face too.
Cool.
Talk to
I
the
put
people.
it on God. That because I was under the influence that Jaren Jackson Jr. was going to come out there and be an amazing defender. I was under the influence that Jalen Brunson and Tyrese Halliburton and those guys were going to come out and score the ball efficiently. I was under the influence that we were going to secure the rebounds and not give up 5 offensive boards in the quarter. I was under that influence, so I'm sorry, but they spat in my face, and that put it on God is justified because I
The
was
way
under the influence that they were going to come out there and perform, and they did absolutely not that. They let Dennis Schroeder beat them. They let Dennis Brooks beat them.
Look,
he's gonna say it's
and
justified
and
to lie on God.
and it's so and look. The fact was that we looked at this team. We looked at this team, and to be honest, it was only two bright spots: Anthony Edwards and Austin Reeves.
Austin Reeves,
Mikael Bridges, he was
no,
off and on. He was off and on, but I will give him the last game because that shot was insane.
it was a
That
good shot.
shot, that was insane. But
But my
it was only two gems.
I
It
wouldn't
was
say
only two
that.
gems.
I want to say that though.
What
I
you
can't
say?
just give them. I can't just give them both two gems because first, a lot of people think Austin Reeves is overrated anyway. So you can't call him a
yes,
gem if
he
people think he's
is.
overrated.
He
How is he
scored.
overrated?
He
And,
played no defense. They were hunting him every game. They were hunting Austin Reeves.
When
His
have
feet
we
were
ever looked
in the
at?
mud.
When
His
have
feet was
we
in the
ever
mud.
looked at Austin Reeves as a defender?
but
But
not even
his
just a
defense was
defender
a
though.
liability.
But not even
When
just
have
as a
he
defender
can't be
though.
over? He can't be overrated if we never looked at Austin Reeves as a defender. Austin Reeves, when we looked at Austin Reeves, he's a catch and shoot guy. We never
But
said, oh, Austin Reeves is a good defender. When have we ever said that?
I'm not
But his
saying that he's a
defense
good
was a
defender.
liability. His defense was literally a liability. It
I'm
was a
not even
liability.
saying.
But
I'm
we
not even
knew that
saying he's a
going
good defender
into
though.
this FIBA World Cup. We knew that. We sat here and talked about the only defenders on that squad.
I didn't think it was gonna be that bad. I mean, they were hunting him.
What you got to
I
say,
see.
Scotty? What you got to say?
My thing is, I'm not even saying him as a defender. I already negated that. He's awful. I'm a Lakers fan. I know him. My thing is, cool.
Huh.
He scored more points in the playoffs. He was hooping, yada yada yada, all that stuff. The regular season is 82 games. In those 82 games, what he averaged like under
Like
16,
13, about
13
13,
points, right?
11,
Why was
12,
he
So,
12
even
points per
on the
game.
team to
but
begin with? Why
my
was he
thing
on that
is,
team?
my thing
Look
is
at
like,
Team USA. We all been asking, what is this FIBA World Cup? What he
listen,
Why
said.
was he on that team?
hey man, they said he's a hooper, but listen though,
But you could say that.
I
Hold
can't
on. Go ahead, Scotty.
listen. My thing is, I can't say you can't tell me right before this FIBA World Cup started that Austin Reeves is a bigger gem with all things included than Jaren Jackson. He's the reigning defensive player of the year. Like
I'm
I
not
can't
saying that.
negate Jaren Jackson. Like I'm thinking about like, look in context. Okay, he played off. He stuck it up his last 3 games. I don't even want to talk about him. But like before this FIBA World Cup started, you could say that Jaren Jackson was also a gem, along with Anthony Edwards. You could say that Paolo was growing into being a gem and things of that nature. You could say Michael Bridges was solid and things of that nature. So I think we honestly had a solid team, and with Jokic not playing, Germany should not have beat us. Like, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. We didn't bring our stars. It doesn't matter. None of that matters. We should have won regardless. Like, we gave up 39 points to Dylan Brooks. We were just making fun of his shooting percentage before this. He's clinking everything. He misses like consistently. That's who he is. But somehow against us, he heated up. Not only did we give up 39 to Dylan Brooks, we gave up 31 to Shot. It's like we just decided
And
that we were gonna go out there
23
and
to
stick it up.
RJ Barrett.
Yeah, don't make me mad, bro. Don't make me mad, bro.
Sorry,
Don't
that's
make me
that's
mad, bro.
that's what he's supposed to do.
Don't
Sorry.
make me mad, bro.
Because he's
Leave me
going to
Yeah.
alone.
defend his Nick. What would Jalen Brunson do? Defend that Nick.
Oh,
10
he's
points.
filled. He's
10.
filled.
But
Not
but
even 10. He get 13.
but to your point, Scotty, I was going into reference into the FIBA World Cup. Understand the gems. If you look at that roster, it's about 7 or 8 players that's better than Austin Reeves that played. But inside the FIBA, Austin Reeves played better than them. Let's really talk about it. Overrated. I'm not. That's my guy. Brandon Ingram is my guy.
Oh man.
But let's really talk about it. He didn't even play the whole FIBA World Cup. He played so badly he couldn't get in no rhythm that he sat out the last 2 games. We're not talking about that. And Brandon Ingram, to me, honestly, if you really want to talk about it, is better than everybody on that team.
From a
He's
skill standpoint, I would say so.
From a
him
skill
or Anthony.
standpoint. But you know what I'm saying? But Anthony Edwards was the only consistent person
Yeah, from
every
the
game.
offensive perspective, yeah. From an offensive
Offensive
perspective.
perspective. He had steals too. He was in the passing lanes as well.
I'm
But
trying to bail Jaren Jackson.
You know what?
Bit in
I
my face.
I have something to say.
Go ahead.
Brandon Ingram, I hate you. Like, bro, come on, bro. He was supposed to be the best player going into and he I hate you, bro. You made me lie on God. I I can't do it.
look,
I won't even say nothing else for the rest of this segment.
but
Oh man.
look, let's shout out Germany. They won it all. They beat everybody.
I'm not shouting them
Look,
out at all. I'm not doing that at all.
and look, guess what? They beat you. They beat us. They beat us. It's so bad.
Sorry, Eric's Liberian.
It's
Yeah. Thank you so much. Lone Star.
Lost.
Lone Star.
but let's go get into it. Week one. Week one was
Surprising.
to me was a crazy week one in all totality. When I mean watching games at 1 o'clock to even start off the Thursday night game, it was crazy.
Oh man,
But
those Chiefs.
but let's get right into it. The Chiefs and Lions. Let me pose a question. Do you think it was a good win for the Lions, or was it just a bad loss for the Chiefs?
Bad
Jaden, you could
loss.
go first.
Bad loss. I mean, if you look at it, the Lions play well. I'm not gonna take that from them, but Patrick Mahomes is out there playing Superman. You got Kadarius Toney, mind you, he's talking all that mess about my Giants, but he can't catch a ball. He had 4 drops. McCole Hardman dropping stuff. Sky Moore, like, bro, what were those receivers doing? And in the defense, I mean, they played okay, but they were giving away too many big plays. I mean, Patrick Mahomes is out there fighting for his life. Like, what are those receivers doing? Like, you mean to tell me you don't have Travis Kelce? You forget how to catch balls? I mean, Kadarius Toney came over there to the Giants. He was just flexing his Super Bowl ring to all the Giants fans. You come out there on opening night on the biggest stage, you drop 4 passes, and mind you, it's in your midst. I'm pretty sure Patrick Mahomes, how many interceptions he had? 1? That was a drop.
One. He was
That
trying to
was
get
a drop.
and only had one catch.
Like,
For how many yards? Was it like 5 yards, 2 yards, or something like
bro,
that?
that, bro. Credit to the Lions. They play well. Their defense looks crazy, but the Chiefs lost that game. Their receivers lost that game. It's just that simple. Eric, you go ahead.
I got a couple points. First off, I personally, from what I was hearing, I don't think Kadarius Toney I don't think he got to play in training camp all that well. I don't think he had to practice enough. So I was gonna come on this podcast and I was gonna leave him alone just for a little bit. I was gonna give him just a little pass. But he's gonna go in that joint. He's gonna strut his little ring to the Giants fans. He's gonna be talking mess after they lose, all that stuff for you to go out there. You dropped 4 passes. You were targeted 5 times. You had 4 drops. 1, 2, 3, 4 of them. 4 of them. One of your drops led to a pick six. That's not even the Lions offense doing any work. You literally gave them points. You gave them 7 points right there. The defense, like, I can't get mad at the Chiefs defense because they played it close. They lost, but they played it close. They're missing Chris Jones. I pray that gets situated and stuff like
Now
that.
he got signed. Chris
All
Jones
right,
got
cool.
signed.
All right, cool. Then
And let's really
no,
before I
no,
get into that,
I'm not
before
done
I get
yet.
into that thing. Oh, go ahead, go ahead.
I'm not done yet. Travis Kelsey, he hurts himself. He gets injured. He can't play. Cool, no problem.
No,
All of a sudden, Sky Moore is non-existent. McCole Hardman, I used to hear that he was a great complimentary piece. He's not complimenting nothing. He's not complimenting nothing. And Kadarius, Tony, you,
nah, but
I don't know what. Look at me, look at me, look at me. I don't know what you're doing. You need to fix it. You hear me? Fix it.
nah,
Wow.
but we know why Travis Kelsey got hurt though. He got dealt with. You saw what he was doing during training camp, punching his teammates, Perpin, Big Travis. Okay, now he's injured. And I hope he's injured for some more. Let's really expose this Chiefs defense. Let's really expose this Chiefs as a team. Let's really get down to the nitty gritty and expose these Chiefs. Because
Patrick
I'm tired of
Mahomes,
this team. I'm tired.
You can't expose the Chiefs without their best tight end, their best catcher,
Patrick
their
Mahomes,
best
I'm sorry.
playmaker on the field.
You gonna have
But
to be super. If Travis Kelsey is injured, Patrick, I'm sorry. You just better have to put on your cape. You're gonna be Superman this season.
He can't do that. Now he knows what it feels like to be Daniel Jones.
that is an awful
I don't
take.
have to take that.
I
I don't have
almost
to take
cursed
that.
on this podcast.
I could just quit right now.
That is a
I could quit
awful,
right now. I don't have to
awful
take that.
take.
I
It's an
don't. I could
awful
leave
take.
right now.
But to me, yes, I agree with both of y'all. I think it was a bad loss for the Chiefs. I'm not going to negate what the Lions did. They still played hard. Defensively, they
Your
played.
goal.
Defensively, they played good. But I believe the Chiefs win that game if as Scotty pointed out, Kadarius Toney, awful game.
Stink.
He had the ball right in his hand. He catches that. I believe they win that game. All they needed was a field goal.
We
So
saw
I
what he was
think,
doing on Instagram. He was
and
trolling
and
the Giants.
and look, that's we
I
got a
can't.
great segment for y'all coming up. But just know, he's on that segment. But he's on that segment. But honestly, I think the Chiefs, they just re-signed Chris Jones. Like I said, that's the one I want to talk about. It was only a 1 year extension with incentives. So basically, he's just playing another year and has to get a certain amount of stats to be sure that he gets the amount of money he actually wants. So is that really a steal? I don't believe so. But hey, Chris Jones gonna be back defensively. Where Travis Kelsey, not sure about his injury report. He should be back against the Jaguars. But they have the Jaguars now. And the Jaguars look
Jaguars.
pretty damn
Calvin
good.
Ridley, dog.
Yeah.
Calvin Ridley looks insane.
They look good. It's sad to say, I'm a Titans fan, but they're gonna be number one in the division. So look, we gotta see what the Chiefs can do. They can bounce back, but we gonna see. But let's I know Scotty was waiting for this one. 24-3.
Come on, Eric. Let me hear what you got to
The
say.
Browns
Let's go.
dominate the Bengals. Talk to me, Scotty.
So, in past podcast episodes. If I'm not mistaken, last podcast, I came on here and I said I'm personally taking the Ravens as number one in that division. I
Oh
was
no.
blitzed. I was blitzed
Oh
by a
no,
certain dreadhead Giants fan who took the Bengals.
bro.
And then last Sunday comes, and I personally had the Browns last in that division. I had the Bengals second. I thought Joe Burrow healthy. It's no reason to. It's no reason the Bengals going to go out there, hurt themselves very detrimentally, and I mean very detrimentally,
Bro,
and go lose to the Browns. Wait. You just wait your turn. You just wait your turn. Not
bro.
only did they go and lose to the Browns, they lost to the Browns in such dominant fashion.
17 point. Keep
They
going.
scored 3 points, not even a touchdown registered. And Jamar, I'm gonna get Joe. Don't think I'm leaving you alone. Please don't do that. I'm gonna get to you later.
I
But
really
Jamar
want to go.
Chase, 5 receptions,
Perfect.
30
Aaron,
something yards.
I can't let you go anymore. Do you still have the Ravens as the first in the division after what you saw this week? Do you still have the Ravens first?
Yes.
Okay, so
I'm
mind you,
actually more confident, actually.
you're more confident, and the Ravens lost damn near the whole offense. They lost J.K. Dobbins. He's out for the season. And before we even get into the Ravens, the Browns, they're not doing anything out of the norm. The Browns always lose to the Browns. I'm pretty sure Joe Burrow is like 5-1 against the Browns in his career. He always starts the
One and
season
five.
slow.
1 and 5.
Yeah, perfect. 1-5. He always starts the season slow. I mean,
Can I pose a question to you?
ooh,
Can I pose a
nah.
question to you,
Go,
Jaden?
go ahead, go ahead, go ahead, go ahead.
My question to you is I think it's a two-parter. Did you expect the Bengals to look that bad? And specifically, did you expect Joe Burrow and Jamar Chase to look that bad as they looked? Yes or no?
So you're trying to lead me into an
It's
answer,
not
and it's
time to
not going
lie.
to happen. I expected Joe Burrow to look rusty. He's been dealing with injury. He didn't play in training camp. I expect him to look rusty. You're playing a division
It is.
rival. Those games are always hard fought, and it can go either way. But no, the Ravens are not number one in the division
I'm
after they
glad you
beat the
said that.
Texans, and the
I'm glad
Texans
you said
strapped
that.
up Lamar.
I'm glad you said that. You said Joe Burrow was rusty. He was dealing with injuries. He didn't play in training camp, right? That's why he looked rusty. He didn't play in
Yes,
training camp. Okay.
yes,
Did Kadarius Tony play in training camp? Because
Kadarius
there was
Tony had,
reports that he didn't, and you just
bro.
got on him for that. So what are you saying? So what are we doing? What are we doing? What are we doing? Are
Kadarius
we
Tony,
holding
no,
everybody
Kadarius.
accountable or not?
Yeah, we're holding everybody accountable. If you want to hold people accountable, then we also have to go to the fact where there was a monsoon happening in Cleveland, correct? There was a monsoon happening. It was downpouring. That affects the throwing. That affects the cast catching. I mean,
Why didn't it
it
affect
really.
Deshaun Watson and them?
No,
Why
Deshaun
did it affect
Watson and them,
the Cleveland Browns?
they were rushing the bar. Deshaun Watson and them, I think they had combined for 206 between all running backs and Deshaun Watson, they combined for 206 yards on the ground. They were rushing the bar. Their dominance came from running the ball. Deshaun Watson wasn't out there slinging that joint. He wasn't
He
doing that.
outperformed. He outperformed Joe Burrow.
Bro, okay, he outperformed Joe Burrow. Joe Burrow was a
Like,
little
like,
rusty.
come on, man. The
Bro,
Browns had
Joe,
great defense. Stop. I'm not.
Yeah, you know
Joe,
why they played great defense? Because Joe Burrow stunk it up, and Jamar
bro,
Chase stunk it up.
bro, bro. It was a monsoon. It's already hard to throw. You're acting like Joe Burrow was out there looking nuts. He wasn't doing that. He was just rusty. And this is nothing new. Joe Burrow always has slow starts. So, the Ravens have a lot to be concerned about. J.K. Dobbins gone. Who else they lose? I mean, good lord.
Odell's still
Lamar
there. Zay Flowers still there. Lamar's still there.
Dell had
They'll
two
be fine.
receptions. He came out doing the Ray Lewis dancing, and he went out there and pooped himself. Zay
How's
Flowers
Zay
was the number
Flowers
one
do?
receiver.
Because you told me you was gonna you basically ignored Zay Flowers. How would he do?
Okay, he looked like the number one receiver. You just can't.
Like I was saying. Okay. Okay.
Uh,
Just say Scotty, you're right. I'll leave you alone right now. Just say Scotty, you're
Damo,
right.
Damo.
I can finally get into this because the spew. One, Of course, Joe Burrow, because he like Jada to Jada's point, he always has
PU.
slow starts. He always
PU.
has slow stop. Joe Burrow always has slow starts.
PU.
Then they went ahead. They played in Cleveland. Still, you got to still factor in the weather. You still got to factor in that stuff, and then you still have to factor in this is literally his first game. Every starter has played in the preseason their last game of the season. That is a fact. Every starting quarterback played at least one set, one possession in the preseason. Joe Burrow didn't get that. So of course he's going into, and then we're talking about a defense attack, and the Browns haven't shown this due to injuries. But let's not negate the fact the Browns defense, what they have in the
Scary.
secondary, what
Yeah.
they have on the front line. You can't negate those facts. And once again, it's week one. So why are we panicking? But if we want to panic, let's really talk about it. You said the Ravens, number one in the division. It shows they won 25-9. But if you really sat there and watched that game, it wasn't impressive. It was not impressive at all what the Ravens did against the
Jackson.
Texans. The Texans looked more impressive to me than the Ravens did, and the Ravens won that game. And let me tell you why. You want to really get into it. CJ Stroud, the rookie, he played better than Lamar.
Lamar Jackson was strapped. He was strapped up. He was
What was Joe
strapped.
Burrow? What was
Played
Jamar Chase? Y'all are not
rusty.
mentioning Jamar Chase enough. I'm not trying to hear that.
What you mean?
Bacon, I
Rusty.
don't like. What are we talking about? Nah,
Why,
Rusty.
why,
y'all gonna
why
piss
am
me
I
off on this
mentioning?
one.
Why am I mentioning Jamar Chase when T Higgins was targeted 8 times and had 0 catches?
He's
Throw
also
him
on the
off.
offense.
We're
Talk
not going to
about
do
it,
the
bro. Y'all are
ball.
not gonna do
Throw
this.
him
Y'all are
off.
not gonna do this. Y'all are not gonna downplay
What
the
do you mean we're
Ravens
not
win
going to do this?
when the
I'm not
Bengals went
taking.
out
I'm
there
not
and
taking
threw
nothing
three
away. I'm not
points. I
taking.
don't want to hear that. Their starting quarterback had a QBR of 20.3. I don't want to hear that. No, I don't want to hear that at all. I don't want to
Yeah.
hear that at all.
So
20.3. That was his QBR.
so what you're saying off these couple of games, the first game, you think that the Ravens are going to finish with a better record than the Bengals? And the
I said that
Ravens,
before the game. I said that
but
before the game.
you're
The
not,
Bengals just
bro.
proved
They
me right in week
lost.
one. And they're
How
going to
many
continue to prove
injuries?
me right.
How many injuries did the Ravens deal with? You said
J.K. Dobbins just
OBJ.
got in. You just said
That
J.K.
is
Dobbins
your
got in.
starting running back. Who do you have? Justice Hill now? Like,
Guess what?
bro,
What?
what?
Guess
Hey,
what?
listen.
If
You got
if
Lamar still. You have Zay Flowers still. You have Odell. You can still win this division.
stop talking to me about having Zay Flowers and Odell, I'm gonna need you to
Why?
stop. I'm gonna need you to stop.
They
They
both
They played the
outperformed T.
Texans.
Higgins.
One,
They both.
listen. One, they played the Texans. When they played the Texans, so of
Okay.
course Zay Flowers going to go off. But let's
Okay.
really, once again, let's really get into it. You watch that game, Odell is getting doubled. Let them play a better team. Let them play like the Browns. Let's just use the Browns. That has a better secondary than the Texans. If they double up, what do you think Odell is going to do if he only had 2 catches against the Texans? What do you think Zay Flowers is going to do? His stuff is going to decline.
I'm glad you said
Then
that.
hold on. Who has better receivers? T. Higgins and Jamar Chase versus Odell and Zay Flowers.
And
Who are
Tyler
you
Boyd.
taking? I ain't even mentioned Tyler Boyd yet.
You know what's
I'm not
crazy?
doing
I'm
those.
glad. I'm glad you posed that question. You know what we can do? We can all go watch the game this Sunday. Ravens at Cincinnati. And when Lamar and them go in there and beat Joe Burrow up, left and right, up and down, I'm going to come back on this podcast and I better hear, Mr. Scott, I apologize. That's all I want to hear.
You know why you won't hear that? You know why you won't hear that?
Why
Because
won't I hear that?
because you know the game Jamar Chase just had, it's gonna dominate the Ravens. Stop
All
what
right.
you're doing.
All
Joe
right.
Burrow's gonna go
All
out
right.
there and dominate the
And
Ravens.
what reason do you have that? Because his last performance
What do
was
you
stinky.
what do you mean?
His
What do you
week
mean?
one he
What do
was
you
stinky.
mean?
So why does
What
he
do you,
gonna change the week two when he's
why
playing a
is he
better
gonna
team than
change
the
the week
Browns?
two? Why is he gonna change the week two? It's his home opener.
They gonna get beat up.
He just got spanked. He did not score a touchdown. You don't think that's gonna fuel the Bengals? You think they're gonna go out there at home and not be impressive
You think the
against a
Ravens are not
division
fueled
rival?
when the Bengals are
You
back
think
to
they're
back
gonna go
AFC champions
you
in the
you
division? They're
you
back to
think
back division champs.
you
You think
think
that's
they're
not
going
gonna
to
fuel the Ravens?
you
Lamar's
think they're
finally
going to
healthy
fall?
against Joe. You tell me that's not
Exactly.
going to fuel the Ravens.
That's what I'm glad you bringing that up because when Lamar actually loses, while everybody is healthy for
Mm-hmm.
the Bengals, you know what I want to hear? Domo, I'm sorry.
I ain't never going to say that. I ain't never
That,
going to say that. The Ravens going to
man,
win this division. Y'all going to see. It's only week one. It's
Oh,
only week one. So I'm not
screw
going to
Aaron.
kill people too much. But y'all knowing. Y'all already know.
all right,
Screw Aaron, bro.
let's transition. Let's transition. Monday Night Football, Bills versus Jets. A great ending though. I don't care what anybody says. For week one to end like that off a punt return touchdown by a guy that almost thought he was going to be cut. That is great work. That's great storyline.
I'm leaving
But
that alone, but
but let's really talk about it. We know the elephant in the room. We don't even need to discuss about the game. We don't need to talk about the injury of Aaron Rodgers. We don't need to talk about Zach Wilson. What we need to talk about is number 17 at the helm for the Buffalo Bills and what he did in that Monday night game. Josh Allen.
I got a hot take that I'm saving for later. Josh Allen, dog, you got to do better. I understand, it's Monday Night Football. You got all the biddies watching. You want to look sweet, jump over niggas. Cool. But like the picks he were throwing, like when he was throwing those picks, it was just it's just a lack of discipline, bro. Like you're throwing the ball 50 yards downfield in double coverage to try and get a touchdown where you have multiple checkdowns open. You have Green in front of you where you can run, but you're going to throw the ball 50 yards downfield to get it. Just a lack of discipline by Josh Allen, bro. That's what this game was about, in my opinion.
I'm gonna let you go last, Scotty, on this one since you went first on the last one. Josh Allen, that's just disappointing. That's just disappointing, and it's a spit in my face. Even though I made you number 5 on my top 5 quarterback list, and for you to go out there and just
Forgot
and
about that.
I didn't forget.
and already decision making was a problem with you, but to be that lackadaisical, to be throwing up anything, and then Josh, stop letting the people get in your head. Stephon Diggs is not going nowhere. He's not going nowhere. I don't care how much he barks at you. It doesn't matter. That's just a receiver that just needs that extra boost. He's not going nowhere. You do not have to try to target him every time, all the time in double coverage and tight spaces you have other receivers. Stop. You do not have to do that. And then when you're supposed to target him, you throw it in double coverage to Gabe Davis. Like, let's be so real. Let's be so real, man. Josh Allen, I expect better. Your decision making has to be better if you want your team to win the division. Because I'm telling you, the Miami Dolphins are coming. Straight like that. Yeah.
Oh, man. I love being right. I ain't going to lie.
Bro,
I
what were
have
you right about?
so much. I got so much smoke for you, Josh. I'm not going to lie to you. I'm going to save a lot of what I have for you for a little later. One takeaway I will say that a lot of people aren't mentioning in defense to Josh Allen is that he was sacked 5 times. He was sacked a lot. So his performance, some of it could do to the offensive line. But the
Don't
biggest
have time
takeaway,
for superhero stuff, E. Get into it. It's nothing to defend. Get into it.
I ain't gonna lie.
He just loved talking and rambling.
Hey man, I'm gonna enjoy the moment. Yeah, I am. I ain't
Trying to
gonna
defend.
lie though. Honest to God, Josh Allen looked very bad. I did not think he was gonna do that. He stunk. Pretty bad. 45.8 QBR. He just played bad. He's literally the reason that the Jets won this game. Up 13-3, you can't lose that game at all. There's no reason to do that.
With
He
Zach
played bad.
Wilson
Period.
at the helm.
Zach
Sorry, I had
Wilson,
to get
yeah.
that out.
Aaron Rodgers got injured within what, 3 or 4 plays, 3 or 4 snaps. So I ain't gonna lie. Josh, that was pretty bad. That's it. Honestly, that's the biggest takeaway. He stunk, and that's the reason that his team lost.
All right, the defending NFC champions, squeezed out a tough one against the New England Patriots. Tom Brady's uh ceremony. They won
He looked
25 to
insanely
20.
crazy.
25 to 20. Now, let's once again, let's really talk about it. Let's really, really talk about it. Who do you think played better, Jalen Hurts or Mac Jones?
Mac Jones, bro. Jalen Hurts looked nuts.
Mac Jones.
Except the first 17 minutes of the game.
And I had people on this podcast tell me that Jalen freaking Hurts
I did. I
was
did.
top two
I did say that.
quarterback in the
Yeah,
NFL.
I said that. Standing too.
And even though our guys not on here, he said clear trolls and talked about the New England Patriots defense. What have we been talking about their defense? We've been saying as much as their offense is sketchy, their defense will always try to come through. And I believe, and I wholeheartedly believe, if the Eagles do not get into that start, if Darius Slay doesn't even run back that interception for a touchdown, being as though it was a drop, right through the hands. But if he doesn't, we're talking about a different story. We're definitely talking about a different story right now. I believe the Patriots would have won. But I just wanted to just notify the fact that told you guys, let's not get too hype about Jalen Hurts.
Yeah.
Let's really be careful because if he plays great defenses, he's going to show his true colors. That's all I wanted to say. I don't know. It wasn't really too much into it unless y'all got any extra points.
I got no extra stuff. You hit it. Jalen Hurts looks sketchy.
Yeah,
So,
that,
So
he
you
looked
know,
worse. He looked worse than I expected. I ain't going.
but
Mac
you know
Jones.
who did look sketchy? Tua
Tua,
Tagovailoa. Oh my God. And Tyreek Hill?
yeah, that makes me crazy,
Let's
bro. I'm not
I got
gonna
a
lie.
question. I got a question for y'all.
talk to me.
I know it's only the first game and stuff, but are Tua and Tyreek the best QB wideout duo in the NFL? Or will they
Yes,
be this
yes,
season?
yes. There's nobody else. There's Tua and
Listen,
Tyreek. I mean, Kirk Cousins and Justin Jefferson. I mean,
Now Kirk pissed me off. I don't want to talk about
I
him.
guess.
I don't want to talk about him. I keep rooting for him. That he keeps spitting in my face. I don't want to talk about Kirk. You take them stupid chains off. Take them off.
my bad, my bad. Just a little, you know what I'm saying? So we should still talk about week one. They lost to the Buccaneers with
At home.
Baker Mayfield
At home.
at the helm.
I don't want to hear no more you like that. I don't want to hear no more of that.
Baker
Because I
Mayfield.
don't like that at all.
You shouldn't be
At
doing my gritty, bruh.
Baker Mayfield at the helm. But I might have a crazy, crazy take. If Tua can remain healthy, this might be the best duo, quarterback receiving duo in the NFL to rack up 11 catches for how much?
215.
215 yards.
Okay.
And then we're not
Cooking,
and that's
boy.
not and let's not negate the Chargers secondary with Darren James,
Derwin
JC
James, J.C.
Jackson.
Jackson, boy, he was cooking them boys.
Let's be real. We got to see because the Chargers defense maybe they'll continue to probably double Tyreek Hill,
They can't
but
play
you know
man.
what that opens up for? That opens up for Jalen Waddle.
Waddle,
So
boy.
so it's really crazy. But hey, if Tua and Tyreek can perform like this might be the best quarterback receiving duo this season. Can't even
I
lie.
agree.
Nah,
I agree, bro.
definitely. But nah, for sure. I ain't going to. They
Oh,
might.
I'm ready
I
for
got
it.
them winning the division.
Yeah.
Miami winning the division? Yes.
Yeah, I got them
Jets
winning that.
Jets are done. New Ink, another crazy take. Do not be surprised if the New England Patriots are second in the division. Do not be
Above the Bills.
surprised. Above the Bills. I told y'all how I felt. I told y'all how I felt about the Bills, and they displayed it a little bit against the Jets. Not even Get that. Not even a little. They displayed it against the Jets. A Jets team with their best quarterback out. They displayed it. Now, is Josh Allen going to go out there and throw 3 interceptions again? Hopefully not. But decision making for him is very questionable. And if you play like I said, I keep saying, if you play a defense like the Patriots that is well disciplined, that can still get to the quarterback, it can be unchy for a lot of teams as long as Mac Jones and their offense make plays. So do not be surprised if the New England Patriots will finish second place in the division. I won't be surprised.
I'll
But
leave that alone.
but
That's
you
crazy. I ain't gonna lie. I'm not gonna say that much. I ain't gonna say
I'll
all
leave it
so,
that crazy.
alone.
so you still got the Bills. Talk to me.
I
Because if it
I
comes
don't know.
back,
After week one, I'm not trying to like change my pick because I did say the Bills are gonna be number one. But if this trend continues, Miami looks crazy right now on offense. Like they look crazy hell, and it don't
but their
like after week
defense,
that defense true, but like it doesn't seem like if they like to me personally, if they go in a shootout, I don't have Josh and Stephon out shooting Tua and Tyreek. Like I don't have them out shooting because then if we go second receiver for second receiver, I'm not taking Gabe over Jalen Waddle at all. I'm not doing that at all. So I definitely say Dolphins won, but I don't think the Patriots are good enough offensively to be second in the division. I'll still take the Bills second. Josh Allen has to play better and stop giving the ball to the other team, but I still have the Bills confidently in first or second place in this division.
And I'm so
let's
happy
do it.
Jaden. I'm so happy
Let's do
Jaden
it.
made me the host today. He
Let's
made
do
me
it.
the host today because I love this.
Let's do it.
Sunday night football to end our Sunday week one. It's
Let's do
not
it, bro.
a
Let's do
dominant,
it.
a dominant performance by the Dallas Cowboys. 40 to donut. Or as my guy like to say, the New York Football Giants. Jaden, you on a hot seat right now.
The
So talk
hottest of
to
them seats.
so
We could
talk
okay,
please
cool.
talk to the people and tell us what the hell happened.
The Giants will be fine. There's a lot of people that's in my DMs and that's in my comments telling me that Daniel Jones, you just paid him all this money and this and that, and he was the worst. He threw for 2 picks. His QBR was so low. He is not the reason why we lost. And my hot take of the day, let me get close. Josh Allen played worse than Daniel Jones, and
Nah, this is crazy.
I will tell you why. I will tell you why. So let's go straight to it. The offensive line of the New York Giants, 7 sacks, 11 QB hits. Daniel Jones cannot drop back and throw the ball. He could not do that. I mean, what do you expect the man to do? His first pick, he threw it to Saquon. Saquon got popped, picked. His second pick, he was rolling outside the pocket, getting chased by Michael Parsons and Demarcus Lawrence, and he tried to make a play, and Stephon Gilmore cut it. I mean, what do you want from Daniel Jones? What do you want from him? What do you want? Like what else? Please tell me. The line was the problem in this game. You want to when in the first quarter they were playing well. The field goal. What happened in the field goal? It was the line. Like bro, it was the line. Daniel Jones played fine. He played fine. There was nothing wrong with Daniel Jones' performance. Nothing. Nothing. Let's get into it. Let's get into it. Let's get into it. Let's get into it. Let's
That
get into
has
it.
that has to be the most hilarious take you could ever put up, Jaden.
Let's go.
The
Let's get
fact that you're
into
about
it.
to sit here and
Let's get
tell
into it.
me a dude that actually scored for his team
He threw 3 picks, and
that
those three
that
picks weren't
that
drops; they were picks.
listen, your
And
man didn't score.
he was
Your
playing a
man
better
didn't score.
offensive line. His offensive line had his back.
Your,
I
your
mean,
man didn't your man didn't score.
Can I
And
please
then
respond?
and then and then
what do
and
you
then
want
listen.
Daniel Jones to do?
And then
What do you
hold on. Let's not even once again when I talk about the New York Giants, I don't even start off with Daniel Jones. You know who I always say. It's Saquon Barkley.
They
He's
couldn't run the
he,
ball.
he's the engine. So if he can't run,
Because of the
Then that
line.
means Daniel Jones had to really step up. I don't care
He
how much he
the
dropped back.
line.
I don't care. Just because
Dabo.
just because Dallas's defense was that damn good. You are not about to sit here and tell me that Daniel Jones still played better than Josh Allen when Josh Allen was still getting pressured as well, but found a way to get
Bro.
points on the board.
No. It wasn't anywhere close. The Jets line is nowhere near the Cowboys line. I mean, every time Daniel Jones dropped back, he had niggas in his face. You're not gonna sit here and tell me that you expected Daniel Jones to go out there and be a superhero. You see the receivers he's throwing to, and they can't get any separation to get Stephon Gilmore and then Trayvon Diggs on the opposite side. They can't do anything. What do you expect Daniel Jones to do in this situation?
Please.
He gets sacked 7 times. He gets hit 11 times. What do you expect him to do? Like, really get into it. I'm really trying to understand.
But
Come
I'm
on,
gonna come.
Eric. Come
Go
on.
ahead,
Come on.
Scotty.
No, I'm not gonna let Jaden do this at all. I don't want to hear nothing about receivers not getting separation. I don't want to hear none of that because last podcast he was talking about all these new additions on offense and how they're going to be a threat and how they were going to be above and how they were going to be above the Cowboys. I don't want to hear nothing about that. I don't even remember what the receivers. The only receiver that I remember that he was talking about was Darren Waller. I don't know what the hell he was doing. Boom, that's one. Second, it's crazy as hell as he just said Daniel Jones outperformed Josh Allen. He's talking about the Cowboys line is better than the Jets line. The Jets line sacked Josh Allen 5 times. Daniel Jones only got sacked 2 more times than him, so I don't want to hear that. Josh Allen doubled him in yards. His QBR was 45.8. Daniel Jones was 8.4, and he scored. They went on Sunday Night Football. Everybody came from church. They ate their hors d'oeuvres. They came back to sit down and watch that game and watch the Giants get hit 40-0 at home. I don't want to hear any of that. Any of that
Okay,
stuff you're
you're
talking.
missing.
I don't want to hear none of it. No.
You're missing. You're missing a crucial point. You're missing a crucial point. Yeah, Josh
What
Allen
crucial point I'm
scored.
missing, bro?
Yeah, Josh Allen was able to score the ball, but you're missing a crucial point. The Bills had somewhat of a running game. The Giants had no running game because the line could not get any separation against
So
the
without a
defensive
running
line of the
game, Daniel
Cowboys.
Jones is nothing. So without
Bro,
Saquon Barkley,
what do
Daniel
you
Jones is
expect?
nothing.
No, bro, if you really want to sit back on it, what do you expect the Giants to do? What do you expect them? Tell me. Please sit here and tell me
Score.
on the podcast what Daniel Jones should have done. What could he have
That's what
done
Score.
different?
it's called
Score.
play calling. Let's go ahead and let's head to the offensive coordinator. You're not about to sit here and bail this man out. I don't care how great the Cowboys defense was against y'all. You're not going to bail him out, especially after the crazy take you just said. You could have just, if you would have left it alone, if you didn't add no other quarterback, we could have left this alone. We could have just been like, y'all got spanked. It was
Bro,
week one. You can move. But then just
Josh
compare
Allen threw
Daniel
3
Jones having a
picks.
better game than Josh
Daniel Jones
Allen
too.
is crazy.
Daniel
No,
threw two.
Daniel threw 2, but his first one was a drop by Saquon. His second one was him trying to go out roll on a pocket. His receiver did not get to the ball
And
in time.
Josh,
It was
Josh
not his
threw three
fault.
picks on way more attempts. So he was throwing the ball more.
But yeah, because he wasn't getting hit. He got hit 11. Daniel Jones got hit 11 times. Do we not understand
Josh
what
got
getting hit
sacked
11
five
times is?
times.
Bro,
Josh only got sacked 2 times less than Daniel. And he was
bro,
playing what you just said. He was playing a worse defensive line. So what does that say about the Bills' offensive line? They're playing a worse defensive line, and they still gave up 5 sacks. You're
bro.
playing, you're playing a
You're
better
not.
defensive line. You gave up 7.
So you're telling me that Daniel Jones is to blame for this loss. That's what you're gonna sit up here on national
I'm not
television and
blaming.
say.
I'm not gonna blame Daniel Jones fully for this loss, but for you to get up on this very podcast and tell me Daniel Jones with an 8.4 QBR outperformed Josh Allen, that is
What?
ridiculous
And then,
on your part, and you know that.
and then the
What do
crazy
you
part about
expect
it
him
is,
to
Jalen,
do?
let's be real. Let's be real. Let's seriously be real. Once again, say if Josh Allen still throws these 3 interceptions, and once again, a Garrett Wilson playmaking touchdown wins that game. If Garrett Wilson doesn't do that, the Bills win, despite how the way Josh Allen played. But guess what? That touchdown Josh Allen threw would have won them the game. Daniel Jones had
Nothing.
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 They punted damn
Bro,
near every play if it wasn't a turnover.
bro, you're it's too much Daniel Jones Like, it's too much Daniel Jones speaking.
You
Daniel
brought him up.
Jones Daniel Jones is not to blame for this loss. Daniel Jones did everything he possibly could have done in that game. There's nothing else he could have done behind that awful offensive line. There was nothing else he could have done. He couldn't have passed the ball. He couldn't get a play action. He couldn't do any of that because they had no run game because the offensive line can't run block. It is not Daniel Jones' fault. It is the line on both sides. The defensive line, the offensive line, the special teams line, it is their fault. It is
Let me
nothing to do with any Daniel Jones, Saquon Barkley. I'm not even going to blame it on the receivers. It is
so
Daniel Jones.
so let me ask you. Let me ask you, Jaden, personally. With what you just seen, you still think the Giants are going to be second in the division above the Cowboys?
No, I don't. No, I don't. And I can come on this podcast as a man and just say that I was out my damn mind.
I respect you as a man. I respect you. I respect you as a
I
man.
respect
I respect that.
that's what the hell is that take? That take is god
That was
awful.
your craziest take. I ain't gonna lie.
Just the craziest thing.
That was
That
your
just
second craziest take other than today. I ain't
that
gonna
was
lie.
just some fan shit. That was some fan stuff. But I get it. But that's crazy. That's crazy. Uh week one, we're going into week two this week. We gotta start off. We got a good one for Thursday night. Minnesota, Philadelphia. Who we got winning that game?
I got Philly. But I would like to see Minnesota win that joint.
Same as Jaden, bro. I don't want to see Philly win at all. Definitely hate him. But Kirk Cousins, he just if he goes on Thursday night, he spit in my face. There's nothing else I could do at that point. I can't keep doing this. I'm not gonna lie.
So home opener for the Eagles. And like I said, the Minnesota Vikings lost to Baker Mayfield and
Ridiculous.
the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, where Mike Evans,
And Mike
where
Evans is now on
Mike
my fantasy team.
wants to get out of there, and they lose to them. But we discussed about it a little bit during the podcast. A big CBS game, Ravens at Bengals. Who we got?
Bengals, bro. Ravens have no running back.
Y'all already know who I got. Y'all don't even have to ask me.
Crazy, bro.
That's some heat
Bengals.
stuff. I'm
Bengals,
going with
bro.
the Bengals. I'm going Bengals winning 24-10.
I got
Dominant
Ravens.
performance.
I got Ravens 27-13.
Jaden, prediction score.
Bengals 28-17.
Another hot Sunday night game. Dolphins versus the Patriots. Sunday night. Who we got?
Dolphins.
Dolphins 34-14.
Dolphins 42-20.
Oh no, I don't see 42 points.
42-20. What you talking about?
And guess
What?
what? I'm glad all of y'all laughing. It's an upset. New England wins
You just want to be different, bro. I don't
24,
care.
24-17.
You just want
I'm
to be
not
different.
I'm not paying any money, Damo, bro.
I don't
Don't
care.
pay.
He just wants to be
Listen,
different. Not
listen
worried
to
about
me and hear me out. Hear me out. The Patriots will win that game. If you think Tyreek Hill is going to go off like he did, he's not.
He's not. He's not. I'm not
it. Jalen
saying that,
Waddle.
but Jalen Waddle's gonna go off like he's gonna go off this time.
And then to kick it, we got two Monday night games, but I'm only going to ask about the division rivals, Browns and Steelers. Who we got?
I got Steelers.
That's tough.
I think
I
the
got the
Steelers will
Browns.
bounce back at home.
I got the Browns. That
But I
defensive
think it's
line
going
is
to be
starting
close,
to.
like 17-14. I think it's like 17-14.
That defensive line is gonna tear up Kenny Pickett. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with the Cleveland Browns. I need Deshaun Watson to have a convincing game, and it might be this game today. He didn't really convince me week one. He still looks like, you know what I'm saying, he's shaking off allegations, but allegations are done. You need to get off of it and get back to your Houston Texan form. You got to get back to it. But I feel like he'll show glimpses of his Houston Texan form against the Steelers. So I'm going to go with the Browns, and I got the Browns winning 20-7. I don't think the Steelers pull up any more points again. 20-7.
Hmm. Interesting.
I agree. I don't believe in
Scotty,
them Steelers at all.
I say I got the Steelers in a close one. I think they're gonna bounce back. I got them 17-14.
17-14. That's a bet. And so, getting to the end of our show, we have a great segment, and it's called Self Harms of the Week. Basically, all it is was you guys in the sports and the professional sports field, you keep hurting yourself, and that
It's
is self harm.
ridiculous.
So let's go ahead and get in.
Who going
Let's go ahead
first?
and get into it. Scotty, I feel like you had the most self harms on the way. So go ahead and break it down for us. Who is self harming themselves?
My honorable mention that he couldn't make it in my top five. I really wanted him in my top five. Josh Allen. I don't know what you did on you stunk badly. You threw three interceptions to the same guy. You are the reason your team lost. That's why you're not in my top five. You stinky quarterback. You're awful. 45.8 QBR, three interceptions, one touchdown. You stunk real bad. You hurt yourself. Number five, the Cincinnati Bengals offense. T. Higgins, donut. You're awful. Jamar Chase. I think I had you top five on my hands list. You gonna spit in my face. I don't know why you did that. I don't know what I
Terry
did to
was
earn
top
that.
five of your handlers too. He spit in your face.
Who?
Terry
We
McLaurin. He went. He was
we
awful against
won.
the
I don't
Cardinals.
have to worry about my Wody. We won. I can't worry about him. Boom. Listen,
Sure.
Joe Burrow, eight, 82 yards, no touchdowns, no interceptions. I don't know what's wrong with you. Maybe you're gonna fix it on Sunday. You're probably not because the Ravens are gonna beat you up and blow you out. But no problem. Five,
Daniel Jones played
Cincinnati
better than him
Bengals.
too.
Four, Daniel Jones.
Why? I just gave you my soliloquy on why it's not his fault, and you gonna sit here and put him on the self harm list?
Let me ask you something. Why do you think I care about your soliloquy? Why do you think I care about that? I'm serious. Like, why did you say that? On a serious note, why did you say that?
I'm gonna take this from you, bro.
Goodness, is hilarious.
You're
That's
lucky.
hilarious.
You're lucky I didn't put him higher on the list. Daniel Jones, 104 yards.
He had more yards than Joe Burrow.
Joe Burrow's team scored and wasn't blown out 40 to
We would have
0.
we would have scored if the kick wasn't blocked and Grand Greno just didn't straight up miss the other one. So I don't know what you're saying that for. But, so what's
I'd be
your
taller if God made me taller. It's a lot of ifs. Like I don't care about that. I don't know why you said that to me. Daniel Jones is four. He's stinky, really bad. His QBR was 8.4. I didn't expect him to be that garbage. I wanted them to win, but he spat in my face. He's awful, stinky, ugh, nothing. Three, the Minnesota Vikings. Your home opener. You're playing the Bucks. Nobody believes in Baker Mayfield. You go out there, Justin Jefferson. You did what you have to do. Okay, cool, whatever, whatever. You only muster up 17 points against the Bucks. Mike Evans scores. You lose a home opener against Baker Mayfield. That was awful on your part. And Kirk, you better take them damn chains off. I don't want to hear no more you like that.
It's the slogan, though, man.
Don't make me mad, bro.
yeah.
Don't make me mad, bro. Two, the New York Giants as an entire team. All of them. All of them. Every one of them. Every fan, you all hurt yourselves. As a group, as a collective organization, you hurt yourselves. All I have to say is 40-0. I don't have to say anything else. You all hurt yourselves. That's number two. And number one, the United States basketball team. For you to go out there with USA on your chest and not bring home anything and get outperformed by the likes of Dennis Schroeder and Dylan Brooks. They should jail each and every one of you. Number one. That's it. That's my self-harm list.
That's a it's a great self harm list. I'm not gonna lie. That's a great self harm list. So I'm gonna say my self harm list is all around. I don't really have well my top five. Well, starting off with five will be agreement. Team USA. You spat in all our face. You spat on our flag. You came out there and you let Dylan Brooks scored 39 points. I want everybody to listen to this podcast and look at me. Look up Dylan Brooks' career high in the NBA and tell me, is it past 39 points? I promise you, you won't see it. Secondly, at number four, like I said, it's all around. Greeny. Y'all know I got Greeny off of ESPN. That's the guy. I'm not gonna lie. Get Up is great. But the way that you self-harmed yourself on national television, you sat there and you jinxed that man Aaron Rodgers, your favorite quarterback, your favorite team. You have a poster set up.
He was glazing, bro.
You had that joint in the studio. And you said, and you don't have to mention it at all. You said, as long as Aaron Rodgers don't get into it, we should be in the Super Bowl. And full snaps. He torn his Achilles. He's out for the season. Greeny, you should have kept it to yourself. He'll probably still be playing right now. But that's self-harm. Number three, my Tennessee Titans. Ryan, you know what? Let's not even because our defense played decent. Our defense played good actually. Not mad at them. Ryan Tannehill, you're awful. It is no way. It is no way. I was just telling him yesterday. There's no way you roll out the pocket. You have your tight end, Okonkwo, wide open. Nothing but field. Nothing but field. And you overthrow him? Then you tally up 3 interceptions? And you only scored 15 points, which were all field goals? You are one out of the one out of the 4 teams that didn't score a touchdown week one. That is god awful. That is terrible. And guess who we play week two? We play the Chargers who just put up 34 points when you know our secondary sucks. So we're about to go 0-2. That is harmful on yourself, Tannehill. You better not. I promise you better not come out here week two and look god awful like you did week one against the Saints team that we really could have beat. We could have been 1-0, but you went out there and stunk it up. I have personal beef with you. Don't let Malik Willis and them come in that Tannehill. You just got D-Hop. Find him first, then go through your progressions. I'm tired of you keep missing D-Hop on wide open. I sat there and watched the game. Stop what you're doing, Tannehill. Stop what you're doing. Number two, he touched on it. Josh Allen, you're freaking disgraceful. I cannot believe what you did on Monday Night Football. I'm texting my guy Quincy. He's over here. I'm telling him, bro, is this really your quarterback right now? That is god awful work. To let Aaron Rodgers go down and Zach Wilson be at the helm, and you can't even score another touchdown because you're throwing interceptions that's blatantly out of the reach of your receivers. It's crazy work. For you to be this dominant figure, to be on a cover of Madden, you need to get it together. You need to get it together. It's number one on self-harm. I was surprised Scotty didn't bring this up. But like I said, I'm going professionally. Doesn't matter. Kevin Porter Jr.
You're lucky I forgot about you. Oh,
Kevin
man.
Porter Jr.
That was
He just
great.
got released by the Rockets. Great. What you did to that girl? You're not even going to be able to see this podcast. You're not even gonna be able to see this. You know where you're gonna be. But to do what you did as a professional, once again, I don't care. Everybody says, you're still a human being. And I get all of that. But to beat that girl the way you beat her, what the hell is your problem? You should be embarrassed as yourself as a man and as a professional athlete no more. Kevin Porter, get it together. That's my self-harm for the week. Jada, what do you got? Like this, we need to do this more often. Oh, good.
Once again, Kevin Porter Jr. is my number 2. He's a disgraceful. He gonna beat that joint up in the middle of the night. My hypothesis and my theory is that he went through that phone and she was cheating. That's my
What they was saying. They said that during the comment.
but my number 1 self-harm of the week, he goes by the name of Bobby Johnson. Now, for the viewers who do not know who Bobby Johnson is, let me tell you, he is the offensive line coordinator and coach for the New York Football Giants. And he is number 1 on my self-harm of the week. Easily. No questions asked. I just kept it short. That is my self-harm. Kevin Porter Jr. and Bobby Johnson.
That's a bet. That's a bet. Well, we about to wrap up, guys. It was a great episode. Guys, any last remarks? I want to do any last remarks going into week 2 and then featuring our next episode. Any last remarks?
When we come back on this podcast, it's going to be a different story surrounding the Giants, hopefully. So I don't have to keep coming on this podcast and screaming to the top of my lungs. I shouldn't have to do that. I've been through too much as a Giants man already. I shouldn't have to live like this anymore. But that's all I got to say.
Scotty, any last remarks?
Commanders rode to 2-0. Let's go take out these Broncos. HTTC.
And for my last remarks, I just want to shout out the NBA. Don't know if you guys heard, but yes, load management, you will be fine. National television, I'm going to see every star playing because I'm tired of going on ESPN, TNT, and I see you're out for rest. Thank you, NBA. And Tannehill, get it together. And it's been your boys, Dominic Mitchell,
Jaden,
Eric.
and another great episode. And I'll put that on God podcast. Peace, y'all.